So Jay-Z decided to take some shots at Drake. Yes. Brand new song released by DJ Khaled featuring Jay-Z, Beyonce. Now, there's always that one guy. He's always like, Dom, you're reaching. This isn't happening. But for the most part, everyone else knows what's really going on. Like, I'm one of those people, man, that when I listen to this, I'm not just listening to rap just to enjoy it. When I'm listening to certain people out there that I know are used to tossing words around, I'm listening to their words, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, is he really saying something? Is he tossing some shots at someone? And in this case, he is, and Genius.com agrees as well. So we're going to break all that down. Now, I did a video a few months ago, and I spoke about the whole Drake versus Jay-Z thing. And at that time, right, Drake had recently put Jay-Z and Kanye West on Pop Style. Now that comes out. A few months pass, and we see Drake taking shots. And people are like, Dom, like, what are you talking about? Like, they're friends. They're on Pop Style. And I'm like, I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. And I broke it down on what Drake was actually saying about Jay-Z. Now, one thing I love about Genius.com, like I said, they break down lyrics. There's people that actually work to break down lyrics, and it's a great site. Not getting paid to say that, but I enjoy the site. Now, do you guys remember when Drake said something down the lines of, I used to want to be in Rockefeller, then I turned into Jay. Now I got a house in LA. Now I got a bigger pool than Ye. And look, man, Ye's pool is nice, but mine is bigger is what I'm saying. When Drake said that, Meek Mill then responded to Drake with, you ain't write it. Nigga, we caught you. Can't erase that shit. And you claiming you Hove now? Why you state that shit? And that line right there is aimed at Drake's Summer 16. Now, I don't know if you guys remember that day, but that day was crazy, right? It was a bunch of rumors that Drake was going to be dropping a diss track on Meek Mill on OVO Radio. Drake dropped Summer 16. Then 40 minutes later, Meek Mill dropped Warpaint. The crazy thing is, he was responding to what Drake had to say on Summer 16, 40 minutes later. At that point, everyone was like, yo, either Drake still has ghostwriters or there's a rat in the OVO building and they're leaking information to Meek Mill. Now, we're going to go back a little bit. Now, do you guys remember the song, I Got the Keys? When Jay-Z said, real life, I'm like Hove. Real life, I'm life goals. In real life, they're like me. In real life, I'm like, no. Now, that bar right there was aimed at Drake's Summer 16. When he was talking all that Hove, Ye pool business, Jay-Z took a shot at him on the keys. Now, back in the day, Jay-Z did have an open bar where he aimed at Drake and he called him Miss Drizzy. Fast forward to yesterday, and Jay-Z says, I know you ain't out here talking numbers, right? I know you ain't out here talking summers, right? I know you ain't walking around talking down saying bullshit when you a runner, right? Now, Genius greatly points this out. Now, as you guys know, recently Drake has been talking a bunch of that business talking, you know, somewhat like he's been doing his business, like he's been getting his business on. You see him doing deals with the NBA. You see him doing deals with Jordan, right? You see all that, right? Now, what the people at Genius are pointing out, they're saying, look, Jay-Z owns his own master recordings and owns his own company, which is Roc Nation. Drake is signed to, and his masters is locked into 3 different companies. You guys know those companies, right? Cash Money, Young Money, and Universal. Hove owns his own streaming service, which is Tidal. Drake is locked into a deal with Apple. Drake is a Raptors ambassador and has a partnership, but Jay-Z really owned or still owns part of the Knicks. You get what I'm saying here? So this is all the information that Genius is pointing out here. So when Jay is pointing out all that boss stuff that Drake is talking about, he's like, look, man, you say you doing it, but you ain't really doing it like I'm doing it. I'm really a boss. Now let's name some bosses in hip hop. We got Jay-Z. Now at some point, people would name 50, right? But ever since like 50 was hit with the whole bankrupt thing, I mean, people been looking at him sideways. People still think that 50 is a good businessman. I mean, people claim that Donald Trump's a good businessman. I mean, he's went bankrupt with his companies as well. So I guess you could put 50 Cent on that list. You got Dr. Dre and Rick Ross. About Rick Ross, or maybe people do know it, but they overlook it. This guy is making that money. Like, this guy has he has franchises. He's out here buying Wingstops. He's buying Taco Bells. Like, this guy is really buying the stuff that he enjoys, and he's making a lot of money from it. You get what I'm saying here? So there are some bosses in hip hop. I just hate when I see some of these dudes just showing off the same stack of money on Instagram. And it's like, dude, look, man, if you really want to impress someone, go buy some property, man. Go buy a bank, walk in the bank and be like, look, yo, I own this bank. Do something like that, man, because I'm tired of seeing you dudes flex your money, because maybe you're impressing the people that really don't get it. But for the people that really understands the money is in owning things, you ain't impressing those people, because I'm not impressed, man. Show me some property, man. Go buy something. I'm tired of seeing you waving your money around, because the real bosses out there, they're putting their money in banks, they're buying property, and they're making money while they sleep. Anyway, this is DomisLive. You guys have a great day, and thanks for watching this video. I can't wait for Drake to respond to this. More live coming soon.